Hello everybody, PuZZlePieceZ here with more of Murder on the Orient Express, and we are talking to Mateo, or no wait, Mateo's the other guy. This is, the other M attendee person, last name.
When was the body discovered?
The valet of Monsieur Rachette, he tapped several times at the door this morning. There was no answer. Then, half an hour ago, Lucien, the waiter, came. He wanted to know if Monsieur was taking déjeuner. It was 11 o'clock, you comprehend.
Continue.
I opened the door for him with my pass key. But there is a chain, too, and that is fastened.
Oh.
There is no answer, and it is very still in there, and so cold. The window open, I borrow the engineer's hammer, and break the chain and go in. Monsieur Rachette was... it was terrible. The chain was fastened. It must have been suicide?
I'm sorry, Michelle. A person does not commit suicide by stabbing himself 12 times.
Yeah.
No, I suppose not.
Did anyone call for you last night?
Michelle,
after
that's
we
it,
spoke?
Michelle.
Yes, I made up the bed of the young American gentleman, Mr. Rachette's secretary.
At what time?
It must have been about a half hour later.
1:45.
About that, yes. The English colonel from number 15 was with him. The colonel went back to his own compartment as I prepared the American gentleman's bed.
Did you see anyone moving about last night after we spoke?
The English colonel returned to his compartment. No one after that.
Did you leave the car at any time last night after Belgrade?
Well, I did go back to talk to Matteo.
That's what I
the
was thinking
attendant
of.
in the Athens-Paris car.
When was that?
Not long after 1.
How long were you gone?
A few minutes only. One of my bells rang. You remember, it was the American lady. She had rung several times. This will mean so much trouble for the express.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Alright, so let's go to the Athens Paris coach and talk to more people. Oh,
The door to the...
hold on, I should have a key for that. Yep, here we go. I was like, hold on, I should have a key for this.
The key fit perfectly.
Well, of course, it had the title of the car on it, so it should fit. Alright, so let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is the waiter, I think. Oh, and passport, we'll just take that. Okay. Nothing else here. No luggage. Nope. And fireman. Is fireman in here? Nope. See if there's... I think they have the bathroom in between them. I'm not sure. Oh, they do.
A good idea.
Okay, nope. Nothing in the bathroom. Alright, and that's vacant. We've already been in some of these, but it is always best to check again. Okay. Weird angle, but nothing here. Vacant. Nope. Oh yeah, there's something on this, but we don't have powder to help us, so... Klaus. Maybe Klaus is in here. Nope.
I won't find any...
Okay, we already looked in there. Okay, engineer. Now we know he's at the front of the train, so if anything we could just go talk to him. This is Michelle's room. Hardman, what are you doing in here?
I'll take that key, Mr. Hardman. If you don't give it to me, I can have a couple of the train's staff take it from you.
I'd like to see them try.
Would you really?
Thank you. Now, what in the world are you doing in here?
What were you doing going through Michelle's belongings?
Your job.
You know I'm assisting Monsieur Poirot.
Sure. Begin the interrogation.
What is your profession?
I'm a salesman. Typewriting ribbons.
Do you always travel first class, Monsieur Hardman?
That's true.
Sure. The firm pays my traveling expenses.
Where is your destination?
Paris.
And from there,
New York.
what can you tell me about the murder?
Nothing at all.
That is a pity. What were you doing outside Monsieur Ratchet's window?
Okay, there were footprints there. Man's shoe, but not a large one. Size 7, maybe. I followed the tracks, then it looked like whoever made them put on some snowshoes and headed out over that deep snow near the back of the train.
Perhaps, Monsieur Hardman, you could tell me why I found a blackjack, or sap as I believe it's called, in your suitcase?
The
How do
weapon.
you know what it's called?
Crime is a hobby of mine.
Yeah? Well, why don't you try knitting instead? You people are serious about this investigation, aren't you?
Well, it's a murder.
Of
What do you
course.
expect?
You have heard of Monsieur Poirot?
Yeah, I have. I think I better come clean, or I could find myself in a lot of hot water here.
Yeah,
I
that's
would advise
probably a
you
good
to
idea.
Come clean.
Okay, I don't know anything, like I said. But I ought to know something. That's what makes me sore. I ought to. My
Why?
passport's a bit of a bluff. That's who I really am.
Please explain.
I showed up at the appointed time. Ratchet put me wise to the situation.
The threatening letters.
Yeah, he showed me 2 of them.
Did Monsieur Ratchet seem alarmed by the letters?
Pretended not to be, but he was rattled all right.
So wait, why would he show them to you?
What instructions did he give you?
I was to travel by the same train he did to Paris and see that nobody got him.
Oh.
That's the thing. I did travel by the same train, and in spite of me, somebody did get him. I feel sore about that. Doesn't look any too good for me.
Oh, so he's a bodyguard.
Did he have any idea who the letters were from?
Well, Ratchet described him to me.
What?
Sure. Said he was a small man. Dark, with a kind of womanish voice.
Did Monsieur Ratchet not tell you the man's name?
Nope.
Ratchet was Cassetti, the Armstrong murderer.
No kidding. Should have recognized him. I mean, I suppose I saw photos of him in the papers and everything. Well, that explains it. Cassetti made a lot of enemies in the American underworld. He often skipped when the heat was on, leaving his partners in crime to face the music. Some assassin finally caught up with him. Say, I've really fallen down on this thing. With a famous detective like Mr. Poirot on the case, too. This won't do my rep any good with my boss, Mr. McNeil, if it gets back to him.
Mr.
I'm in the
McNeil?
same predicament, Monsieur Hardman, believe me.
You are? Well, that's good. I mean, bad for you, but... Say, listen. If we could keep the mess I've made out of this thing between ourselves...
I must tell Monsieur Poirot everything.
Oh, sure. I'll have to swallow my professional pride there, but if we can keep it on this side of the Atlantic, maybe, I'd really appreciate it.
We'll see.
I'll see what I
Yeah,
can
we'll
do.
see.
Do you know anyone connected with the Armstrong case who matches the description Monsieur Ratchet gave you?
Well, that's hard to say. They're mostly dead, aren't they?
Yes, Mrs. Armstrong, Colonel Armstrong, the nursemaid who threw herself out a window.
I remember now. The nursemaid was suspected. She killed herself even though she was eventually cleared.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Snow is very bright. So, yeah, that nursemaid was a foreigner, I think. Maybe she had some foreign relations or something. But that wasn't the first time Cassetti had run that kidnapping stunt. I bet there are lots of people had it in for him.
Please tell me your movements after dinner last night.
I played some cards with that Italian guy at the front on the coach. Then when people started turning in, I went back to my room. Stayed up all night. Had my door a bit ajar so I could keep watch. But nobody could see me. You get it?
Yeah.
I understand how it is done, yes. Could you see the attendant from that position?
Sure. He sits on that little seat right past my room.
Can you describe his movements?
Let's see. He answered a couple of bells after the snow stopped us. Went back into the rear coach for 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Then there was a bell ringing like mad, and he came running back. I got a bit nervous over that, but it was just that talkative American dame raising hell about something or other. Bit later, he headed off to make somebody's bed up. Then he settled in.
Did you see anyone moving up and down the passage?
Us.
Nope.
Oh, really?
Is there anyone on the train who can confirm your identity?
My credentials are taped to the bottom of the table in my compartment along with my real passport. I'm sure you can find them.
Thank you.
Do you smoke, Monsieur Hardman?
Sure. I've got some cigarettes in my room. Come on by this evening after things quiet down. I can be far more entertaining than that mouse of a woman in your room.
No,
No.
thank you.
I'm good.
Good day, Monsieur.
If anything, we'd rather go with, McQueen, but... Oh, wait, hold on. Passport?
Pierre Michel's passport. And an old photograph. I'll just borrow both of them.
Right. Yeah, so he said that we can... Okay, vacant... Constantine. Yeah, let's go talk to Constantine. I was wondering where, Hardman went to.
I have nothing more to say to him.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, we already talked to him. That's right. Vacant Mateo. Oh, no, wait. Mateo's at the end of the way here. Yeah, vacant, so...
Do you have a plan to the Athens-Paris coach?
Si, señorita.
Which rooms are occupied in this car?
The Greek doctor is the only passenger. He is in room 13. I have taken room 15 there to sleep in, and room 16 for my equipment. I hope it is all right. Pierre Michel is using room 11. The chef de cuisine is in 9. Lucien, the waiter, is in 1-2. The engineer is resting in 10 when not attending to the boiler. The fireman rests in 3-4.
What equipment?
I am a ham radio operator. Usually I carry the equipment in the baggage car. There is no time to use it when I'm on duty. And anyway, no power. But when we were stopped so suddenly, I thought to check it and found my telegraph key destroyed.
Oh.
I don't understand it. It was packed carefully. I brought the rest here to my room to keep it safe.
Did anyone pass between this car and the Calais coach last night?
Only Pierre. He came through and we talked for a few minutes about the snow and what it will do to the schedule.
When was this?
Sometime after 1 a.m. A few minutes only. We talked for 10 minutes or so. Then Michel fancied he heard a bell. He opened the doors between the two coaches and we both heard it plainly. A bell, ringing repeatedly. Michel ran to answer it.
You boarded the train in Belgrade.
Si, señorita.
Why were you so late? Your passenger must have boarded by himself, and you yourself almost missed the train.
But this is not so. I was preparing my car as it was being attached. I myself welcomed the Greek doctor and showed him to compartment 13.
That will be enough.
Alright. So, we got a few things here. Let's go back to the Calais coach and get Hardman's actual passport. Here we go. Ooh, look at all the information. Cyrus Hardman, PI. Oh, okay, he's a private investigator.
I'll put this into my scrapbook so I can take a closer look at it later.
And I think that is everything here. Yes. Yes, alright. So let's just take a look-see here. ID badge. This card identifies Cyrus as a licensed detective from New York, currently employed by the McNeil Detective Agency. Oh, okay, so we got 2 detectives on the card with us. But there is no date. Pipe cleaners, bracelet. Oh, wait. We wanted to look at the... Suspects... Wait, what did we get? Oh, I think it's more of these. Okay, Poirot, William Taylor. Just looking through all the stuff here. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I don't think we have anything else. Alright, so in the next video we're going to go to Poirot, tell him all that we know, and... oh, sorry, stretching. And then we will figure out more of this mystery, so do stay tuned. This is... oh wait, no, we have to speak to the fire, we have to talk to the fireman and also the engineer. So we'll do that in the next video. So stay tuned. This is PuZZlePieceZ signing off.